All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm up and running, bro.
All right, what's up, y'all? Back at it again. We finna run it this time, so let's see how it
Hey,
goes.
let's get it. I'm Keal Cohen,
Yep, and I'm Pierre, so you already know what's about to happen next.
the Cohen perspective. Let's get it.
All right, what you want to talk about today, bro? What's going on?
Let's see, man. Man, what you think about this? uh, man, this Krishan and Blueface stuff going on, man.
Man, I think they both crazy, but to be honest, I mean, hey, if he like it, it is what it is. But it seemed like they split up now, so I guess it's done. I
Yeah,
don't know. It's hard. It's good
yeah,
TV though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
nah, you right. It's definitely crazy situation. It was just crazy, man. How people was coming out all the memes and people just the internet is funny. But nah, scratch that, bro. What I really want to talk about is it seems like a lot of people be joning and talking down on content creators, bro. Have you seen? I think it's like on TikTok, bro. They be firing them up, bro. They be like, "So you really put your camera and you really did this and did that?" You know what I'm saying? Like, what you? But it's crazy though because I feel like people that don't do that, they don't understand that that's really what you got to do though. Like, you got to
Yeah,
go put your stuff on the tripod, hop in the car, drive by, get out the car, pick it up, go.
bro,
You
you
feel
gotta
like
put
that's
it
just,
together.
bro.
I
That's
mean,
content creator. Yeah. So what you think, man?
I mean, you shoot movies. It's funny you say that, bro. I remember I used to date this chick, and she was like, "I just think not everybody should have a podcast." And I remember thinking, like in my head, I'm like, "Girl, you literally do the same thing every day. Like, so who are you to talk?" But nothing against her, you know what I'm saying? But
Right, right, right.
nah, bro, I think that's just life, bro. You know, it's funny. I just posted something earlier about sharing your content, sharing whatever you are creating. That's the problem with the world. A lot of people want to create, but they too afraid to put it out there because they worried about what somebody else has to say. You already know how I stand on that, bro. I've been creating,
Yeah.
since before content creating was a thing. It ain't nothing that's ever gonna stop. So I'm all for people creating, even if you gotta, drive in circles about 5 or 6 times. I know it look funny, but that final product be looking crazy.
Hey,
So
fire. Yeah.
it's interesting though to see social media and society take that perspective. What about you? What you think about all that?
Man, like I say, it's funny, but it's the truth. But like you say, you have to do those things. Cause my thing's like this here, right? If you don't have someone to record it for you, then you have to utilize a tripod. You gotta use what you have, man. So it is what it is. It's really funny though that a lot of people think what they think about it. But like I said, man, at the end of the day, if you don't create content, or maybe you do, but it's just different levels to it. You and I know this.
Bro,
Cause I
I
mean,
see women making cooking videos and everybody recording, you know what I'm saying, concerts, all of that. What people got to realize is even if you take a picture of your little baby or your mama or your dad, that's content creating, bro. Now it is levels to it, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
we all content creators at this point in time in America, really around the world, to be honest. Anywhere, whoever has a cell phone, hell, you a content creator now. It is what it is.
I mean, yeah, that's a fact. You're definitely right. But kind of taking it back to what you said about people being afraid to put out that content, man. What do you think? So two-part question, right? What do you think is the driving factor for people to be confident enough to put out their content, and or what do you think is the limiting factor as the reason why people don't decide to put out content? Like, what's your opinion on that?
Damn, the crazy thing is, bro, is the answer is the same for both of those questions. Is people, bro. And
Okay.
people responding to the content. So if a lot of people respond, bam, you're gonna want to do it more. If enough people don't respond to what you post, you're gonna be like, damn, should I be doing that? So it's really like a double-edged sword. But like it's crazy, bro. We as people really control everything. I mean, but I do feel like, hey, if you create something, it's one of the best feelings. So you should just put it out there, whether people gonna like it or not. But I can't lie, when people like it, it's gonna turn you up. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
a fact. Like, what you think? Because remember I was sending you some stuff earlier this
Right.
week, and you were like, man, I ain't gonna say you said BS trainers, but you were like, how trainers just be not even trainers, bro. I don't know if these people certified or whatever, but they just be
I know what
coming
you're
up
saying,
with
though.
crazy exercises. And I be sending them like, hey, bro, what you think about this? Like, so it
Man.
kind of all fit in that same realm. But I mean, what you think about it, bro? Like, because it really is a double edged sword.
I think so. I think one thing I think about is I feel like sometimes, bro, people don't. It's like they want to create, but I don't feel like they feel like they have the means necessary. You feel what I'm
Mm,
saying? And I feel like sometimes people it becomes overwhelming, right? Especially when you
facts.
see all of these different things out there now. Like you said, there is something that I mean, it make you feel good. People like it. People responding to it. People reposting. That just is what it is, right? So I feel like those are some of the things that people think about. Like, man, I don't have a camera. My content can't look as good. But speaking on that, and I'm gonna come back to it. It's funny because you pointed out something to me like the camera in this. It ain't even just about the camera, the confidence, but even then, the camera in itself that do turn people up though. Let's keep it real.
Now,
But
hey, facts, it's gonna give you that boost for real.
it's gonna change the game. So my thing is, I said it to the people that think about, well, I don't have the best kind of camera. Man, just get a camera because it's different. Now, don't get me wrong, you can do a lot of creative and some fire stuff on the phone. But back to the point, I feel like those are some of the things people think about. Well, I don't have a camera, or I don't have this lighting, or I don't have this. But like I said, really baby steps. And then as far as why I feel like people do it, is they probably really truly passionate about it, man. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they have that confidence about their work. You know, like you say, they probably have people that are buying into it. They have people that are supporting them. They have people, so they're like, look, man, I'm gonna keep pushing it. I'm gonna keep doing my thing. So I like you said, I do feel like, but it do at the end of the day start with the people, man. In terms of like your mindset regarding it. Do you have an idea? Do you know what you want to create? And I feel like that'd be another thing, you know, because I came to a point in time, bro, to where when it became to creating content, bro, I was overwhelmed. Like just trying to think about like, okay, I need to do this, 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 and this. When reality, man, just do what make me happy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There you go.
and that's just what it is. And having that confidence and just doing it. Like you say, at the end of the day, man, you really gotta do it for you, you know. And so yeah, that's what I
I
think on that,
mean,
man.
that's straight facts, bro. Because at the end of the day, like I think everybody has went through that phase of life. It's like people tell me all the time, you know, I feel like I'm one of the ghosts when it comes to this camera shit at this point in time in my life,
Yes,
and I feel
sir.
like a lot of people feel like that too. Now, I ain't rich and I ain't famous, but the people that know my work, bro, they already know what time it is. People don't question it. But what people got to realize is, man, it takes a whole lot of work to even get to that point to where you can just spit it, you know, to where
Right.
it's just coming off the top of your head like that. And I think it's one of those things in life like that people got to realize, you know, because it's plenty of people, hey, I want to do this documentary, I want to do this. They're always telling me different stuff they want to do.
True.
And I'm always telling them, hey, you just got to do it and start somewhere because honestly, when you do it, when you build up, bro, that confidence going to come the same way, you know, somebody shooting 1,000 layups or 1,000 3-pointers, like, bro, you're going to start to get better. So, and I think that's another reason why people be kind of like cracking little jokes and stuff like that, bro. Because they like, oh, this person looks super serious with their little mini tripod over
Man.
there. But hey, you put in that work, bro. It's like you really start to not care. But you know, people at the same time will propel your work and what you're doing further. You know, but the thing is, you really can't control how people connect to what you're doing. So that's why I always encourage people. Like I was talking to one of my homegirls the other day. Like you know, build around yourself because as long as people like you, but they're like whatever you're doing at this point in time. But it's interesting, bro. We're in an interesting space. Let me
Very.
ask you what you think about this. I was talking to one of our cousins the other day. Shout out to Chris, and he was telling me, bro, the internet the worst thing to happen to people. And I just want to know, like, what, like we was debating. You know what I'm saying? Chris a couple years older,
Right,
and
right.
he, mind you, like he like, bro, the internet, like, like. What do you think about that, bro? Is the internet truly a positive or a negative thing, like from your perspective? Because that's kind of like the thing. You know, he swears it's the worst thing to be invented. You already know I love the internet, but what do you
Right.
think?
Man, yes and no, you know, because well, yeah, yes and no. And I don't really say that because man, you think about it, there's so many great things on the internet, so many powerful things, so many um, just good things, right? But then there's also some things on there, man, that is just crazy. So it's really it depends, right? Like I do think that is very beneficial and great in some areas, but in other areas, I think that it's not so well as like one of the biggest things for me, or that I can think of right now, as it pertains to just the internet and or just technology as a whole, is really just knowing that they be listening to our conversations. Like that's really amazing, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. Like you talk about going to Olive Garden. Next thing you know, you got an Olive Garden advertisement pop up on
Hey,
your
you better
Instagram.
watch out. It might finna pop up on your phone right now.
Come on, that's what I'm saying, man. So if anything, when it comes to that, man, that's crazy because you think about it like from a privacy standpoint, it's really weird. Like it's really like it don't matter what you talk about. Next thing you know, it pop up. So when it comes to that, I mean, I do think that's kind of so. Like I said, man, it's a hit and miss, man. But I do think that there's so many. So like coming up, bro, I don't feel like we didn't the internet was the internet, right? But it wasn't like it is now, right? So I feel like there's a lot of things negative that have come along with it, man. But then also I look at it from an insight because think about it, you know, when all these different things were going on that weren't good, you know, such as you know the police brutality, man, people was quick to pull out their phone and record. They
There you
shared it
go.
to the web, man. Everybody saw it. So something like that, you talking about bringing awareness and allowing the multitude of people to see it. I do think that it does have some benefit for sure, and just even getting the picture or the point across of certain different things in general. So like I said, I'm 50-50, man. But if I had to lean to one side more than the other, I'll probably say negative, bro, than positive. If I had to lean to one side.
I mean, that's an interesting perspective, bro. To say it's more negative than positive, because I feel like the internet at the same time has created a ton of opportunities for really a lot of people. It has. I mean, I think when anything in life is a positive and a negative, I think that's just how life goes. And I always tell people, just like I'm always telling our cousin, he's like, man, Instagram is distracting. He's always telling me this all the time of how much I love Instagram. And I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
I love Instagram, but I think I like YouTube a little bit more. But Instagram
Okay.
is probably number two. And I was telling him, I'm like, yo, you can disconnect from the internet, bro. I think people gotta realize like we can disconnect. Now, maybe the fear of missing out will kind of pop in if you start to disconnect. But it's just interesting, bro, because you can disconnect. Aside from them listening to us, I ain't gonna lie, that's insane. So hey, if y'all committing crimes, I would encourage you
Hey,
not to do a
man.
crime because I mean you're gonna get caught. Like in this day and age, it's over for you. So
Yeah,
you
at
shouldn't
some
even do it.
point.
But
Right.
we already know people they gonna keep on acting crazy. But it's interesting though. I just hopefully this AI stuff don't take over. I don't know. I think I meant to text you earlier, bro, with the Photoshop. So they have like this
I've been
AI
seeing
like little
that.
generated. Hey,
I've
so
been
I
seeing it.
bro, I downloaded that mud, man. Put it like this, y'all. I'm in this room right here, and the picture is just like y'all see. And I was like, I said, hey, put me in the studio. Hey, I kid you not, bro. I was in the studio with two boards next to me, and you would have thought I made the picture up or I took it at the studio. I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like, what do you
Now,
think about like that, bro?
now that I ain't gonna lie, that is dope. Like that's fire. However, I do feel like the people that are really talented and have the skill set to really do that without the I feel like they're gonna feel away because they're gonna feel like it takes the work out of it, right? Because you know what I'm saying. Let's
It
say I
do,
really took
yeah.
so looking at it from that side, but I ain't gonna lie, that is dope, bro. And that man, that is fire. But at the same time, I like it because it's just where we at. Like it is what it is. Like it just that's where we at with it, bro. Like I feel like that is a great feature. But like I said, the people that truly know how to do that without the AI, I feel like they're gonna feel away, and I don't blame them because that's a talent that now people can take and run with and say, man, hey man, I did this. Oh, I'm a graphic designer. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I mean,
nah,
hey,
but
basically, bro, because you can literally like take a picture of your hand and
yeah,
then you select it and then it tells you to describe what you want it to like generate. So you could be like, what I'm saying, hand in the desert, and it will put your hand in the desert. Now I ain't gonna lie. For people who actually use Photoshop, like real people who know how to create, if
right,
you zoom in close enough, bro, you could definitely see the difference. But
okay,
I notice most people, they just gonna swipe, scroll, look. They ain't really gonna check for detail like that. So it's just interesting to see. Yeah, I think it's a benefit. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember I was telling the artist earlier today. I said, hey, the next time you run out of ideas for your mixtape cover, just put that mud on Photoshop and just describe whatever and just try it out because that can be a whole new thing where you can
man,
save time. You know
for
what I'm
sure,
saying? And it's all about how you use stuff. Is it going to make some people mad? Unfortunately, but hey, it's all about how you use it at the end of the day.
that's
But
true.
it's interesting though, man. So like, what do you think about? And I guess it's a little bit off topic, but you could swing to the next one. But man, I don't know if you've seen Floyd Mayweather having that exhibition fight and how they disqualified the dude and they was going rowdy in the ring. Did you see that?
I saw that, man.
Hey, okay. So let me ask you this, bro. Not to, I support Floyd getting all the fights. Get to me, bro. Take the easy money. A lot of people who like, really boxing purists. I got a couple homies. They feel like he wasting his time. So do you think there's anything with him doing these quick cash grabs? Because he's done it like 4 or 5 times, bro. Probably a little bit more than
Facts.
that. But he been, he just getting some easy money. What do you think about that? You think is it cool for him to do that, or is it like I don't want to say disrespectful to boxing, but or do you feel like he doing the most and he should go retire somewhere and just chill?
Here's the thing, right? My thing is make your money, right? Make your money how you make your money, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But the way Floyd talks about his money and how like you would think that's like, what are you really doing this for? Like, because it seemed like when it comes to money, that's just no issue whatsoever. But even then, my thing is this here, right? Who has he truly fought that truly could have beaten him? Like, and or to piggyback off of that question, is there somebody that can't really be him currently, like right now? But that'd be my biggest thing when it comes to that, like with these exhibitions, bro.
Interesting.
He be fighting people that you know he gonna win. But like I said, man, get your money how you can get your money. But it's just like,
Hey,
come
bro,
on,
it's
bro.
like an
Like,
easy, like. I mean, it's interesting you say that, bro, because I've definitely seen people who say, "Oh, he's running out of money, that's why he's doing it." But you're right. The people he fighting, yeah, it's definitely not even
come
a
on, man.
competition for sure. It's like, yo, let me take this free money, man. Y'all want to give it to me? I'm
Come
gonna
on,
take
man.
it. I understand it. It's just
Facts.
funny to see all that stuff kind of necessarily, I guess, breaking the internet. Man, what do you feel like has been your biggest hurdle in terms of, I don't want to say getting out of your comfort zone, but I feel like a lot of people. I kind of made a post about this earlier on my Instagram page, but I feel like a lot of times we talk ourselves out of our successes. What do you feel like is a way that you've been getting out of that, or maybe not even getting out with it? Do you feel like you've ever dealt with that? Like, have my bad, y'all. I've jumbled up my own words right there. But have you ever talked yourself out of doing something that would have ultimately been beneficial for you? Whether it's
Hmm.
in school, work, just from your perspective, because I feel like we always battling with the person inside our heads when we making these decisions in life, and sometimes people can do a little bit too much thinking.
For sure. Ooh, first off, just first thing that come to my mind is college. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to always
Hey, I had a question.
man.
I had a question in there, but let's see. I was gonna take it
College,
there,
man.
but I'm gonna let you.
Man, college, man, because I don't really feel like I truly utilize my resources as I could have. And I talked myself out of it because I was always kind of like, "Hey, man, I don't need help. I'm not finna go to office hours. Like, I'm not gonna
Damn,
be
wait.
that.
So you mean tell me you was in school and you ain't never meet with your professor?
I probably can count it on my hands.
Hey, I think we did the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? And my thing is like, those are things like we had this thing called, I think it was a Slack, like library. It basically like it's tutoring. Now the only tutoring I went to on campus that it is only because I failed the class. That was my computer science class. So at that
Oh
point I'm like,
wow.
nah, I gotta get this out of my report. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, nah, that's something that I talked myself out of it. You know, it was just a me thing, man. Like, not that I was too good or too powerful, but just I don't know, man. It was just different. So I say that to say, man, I should have truly utilized my resources um, better than I did while I was at college. Like I wished, like just doing more in college. Now, for me and you and I, not to even just jump completely ourselves, but that's our college as far as in that aspect of it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like you was out, you was a part, you did. Now me, I was cheat. Like
Hey,
so, there are moments where I be like, man, maybe I should have been a part of this
I mean,
organization.
hey,
Maybe
bro,
I should.
you came to the party that one time. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
brought the fam to the party, so you was outside for like 2% that one time.
Man, bro, you that right.
My
I
boy
remember
came
that.
to the age. My boy saw how we got down. You know what I'm saying? They know,
No,
legendary.
that was live. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, man, that's something obviously I probably talked myself out of, or
Hmm.
didn't pursue it because I just had a lot of stuff going on in my head. Just like, man, they gonna look at you funny. You don't here need
Yeah,
help, or
man. Yeah, no, I could totally understand that, bro. I think that's one of the beauties of college. And you can even compare it to just going to like a public library, right? Like since a child, bro, I can count how many times I went to the public library because you ultimately go to these places to get more knowledge, right? But in college, you damn near have, I don't want to say unlimited, but it's a lot of different things you can do, but they do require you to say, "Hey, I need help." And it's just interesting, you know what I'm saying? Speaking on college, bro, this is something that people in society talk about all the time. This whole debate of whether or not it's worth it to go to college. Now, I know when I graduated high school, it was damn sure worth it to
right.
me. But what do you think about that? Like, because I often look at people. I was telling another one of my cousins the other day, I'm like, go to school. It's never too late. And I was like, you should get your education because it can ultimately propel you forward. But like I told him, people have this misconception like, yo, I don't need school, I don't need this. Like I told him, I don't, work is just something you're gonna do in order to get to where you're trying to go. School to me is just something that can help you, get to a different place in life. But what's your perspective on that? Like that age old debate, is college worth it? And
Man,
before you answer, we both graduated college. So, we're not biased,
true.
but just from cause you 4
Right,
years younger than me, bro. So is it
right,
really
right.
worth it or is it a waste of money?
Man, my opinion, man, college definitely worth it. However, I will say, and it took me from going to college and having graduated. College is not for everybody. I just put that out
Mm-hmm.
there. That's the truth. However, I would say at least try it before you deem it as not for you. But dude, back to the original question, do I think college was worth it? 100%. Yes, I do think it's worth it. Because think about it, at least for me, that was my opportunity to like get out the house. And it wasn't just about getting out the house, but just like being able to truly grow into the adult that I am now. You know what I'm saying? Because you was on your own, man. That was a big responsibility. That was you didn't have nobody waking you up.
Shit.
Your professor didn't care if you came to class. Like you truly had to be a young, responsible adult. So man, it just taught me so many valuable things and things. Man, I caught yes, man, and I had some of the best memories. Like I had some college was cool. You know, like I said once again, I was chill, didn't do as much, but just in general, just being able to look back at college and look at where I am now, like it instilled a lot. It helped me to be in this corporate world. Especially I went to a PWI. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I love Texas State, don't get me wrong, but still, it is what it is, a PWI. So yeah, and I stay in Austin. Yeah, it prepared me for the corporate world. I know how to
Yeah.
be in these rooms and have these conversations. I know how to understand just a lot of different valuable things. So 100%, I would say college is worth it. Um, I would definitely say once again, it's not for everybody, but you at least gotta try it. But it was worth it, man. It was something that it just so many things I learned, and I feel like one of the biggest things was I was forced to really find myself in terms of just like I get to do what I want to do now. You feel what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So you learn a lot about
That
yourself, man.
discipline
So
and that
come on, man.
responsibility.
So yeah,
Yeah.
100%
No,
is
I mean,
worth it.
I feel the same way, bro. You know, I tell people that's literally the same thing I was telling my little cousin. Like, bro, you can just try it out. Like, even if you just go for a year or two, I feel like
Let's try.
oftentimes, because college is right, it's not for everybody. I feel like the problem is one of the problems in society. You know, our world, it's a ton of problems. It's literally probably more problems than there are solutions. I feel like if you don't go to school, you need to find something that can kind of be in place of school. And I think that is a viable solution if you can find something that is valuable. Number two, I would say like, yeah, bro, just like you said, just trying it out. Because at the end of the day, like it pushes you outside of your comfort zone to where now you have the potential to fly or soar or become something, right? Or and you can do this without going to college, but college is just like a bro, it's like a bubble of the real world that I feel like helps get you ready for the real world in so many ways. So, 30% going to class,
Yeah,
70% life lessons. And y'all can
true.
argue if y'all don't agree with that percentage, but I just made it up. But all right, cool. So
And I
hold on,
got you.
let me oh no, you got
Nah,
it, bro. What you
yeah,
got?
I do got
Let's
something,
hear
man.
it.
Since we talking about old stuff, right? What do you?
Okay.
Man, it used to burn me up hearing people talk about this, man. So I have to bring it up now. You know, people used to talk about the whole splitting everything 50-50. That
Hey,
whole
that's
just
a hot topic right now. Shout out to Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, man.
so man, what is I know how I feel about it because I don't know, but what's your thought on that? Is it supposed to be 50-50?
Hey.
Is it 100-100? Do it like what's your.
Yeah, let me remind y'all, my brother married, so that should tell you a lot. But I think, bro, okay, and it's funny. Shout out to my homegirl Danielle. We was chopping it up last night, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, she will argue me down till we get old and gray about how 50-50 is not what's up. Like she be on me all the time. But we just always debating with her, and like I was telling her, and she has her perspective. My perspective on that is, bro, number one, I think women gotta understand the type of man that they are after if he doesn't want to do 50-50. So it's a
True.
couple ways to look at it. If you get a breadwinner, as in, somebody with that bag, maybe, well, I ain't gonna even say maybe. You know what? We're gonna say maybe.
Okay.
There are other things that come with that. So let's say I am, Zion or something like that, and I got this 200 million. Yeah, I'm probably gonna want 4 or 5 women. You know what I'm saying? It really depends on the man. That's one type of man. Another type of man is you got the dude who has all that but is super monogamous and super faithful, because I think those type of people do exist. I think social media has just like created these different archetypes of men, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you got the other type of dude who is like, you know cool with the 50-50, whatever. And I think 50-50 is cool, but what it comes down to, bro, and I hate to make it about money, but that's what it is about in America,
Okay.
bro. if a man can afford it, there's a lot he will do for the woman that he loves, bro, or he has ultimate respect for. Notice how I said respect and love. Because if a dude got it, he ain't even gotta love you. If he just really rock with you and respect you, he'll still do for you if he has it. That's the thing, right? What people gotta realize is, bro, hey, inflation is real. You feel
Okay.
me? So like that 50-50 makes more sense. You feel me? Like it just makes more sense. But if a man has like way more than a wife, bro, I'm sure he'll be cool with paying that. Hell, if I had that bag like that, I'd be cool with paying for it. Hey, I might could pay it right now, but am I gonna do it? Hey, to be determined. You feel me? But
Yeah, man.
I think it just depends on the household, bro. At the end of the day, but it's nothing wrong with it. I see a lot of comments on social media making it like a man is less than if he wants 50-50. Hey, y'all heard D Wade. How much he got? Yeah, and that's all I'm gonna say. You seen what he said about the 50-50. So it's just all about,
Yeah.
people coming together, bro. It's not really a right or wrong answer, but I think people gotta realize, bro, if you can afford it, do what you want. But if you cannot afford it, then y'all need to do 50-50. That's real. But hey, shout out to my homegirl D. What she say? Pierre, I ain't if I'm moving in and paying bills, I don't want no roommate. So she said she that's what a lot of women be doing, you know what
I
I'm
have
saying?
heard that, yeah.
Shout out to D, but no, I think it's just on the two people, bro. It's really no right or wrong answer. If you can afford it, hey, why not? But if you can't afford it, bro, y'all better split them bills.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you.
But
Yeah,
what's your
my opinion
perspective
on
on
it.
that, man? You married, man, bro. Don't say nothing wrong.
Nah, right. That part. But nah, man, man, it's just whatever worked for them. Like to me, that
Mm-hmm.
was always the problem. Cause people always wanted to try to speak on what they thought worked for or what they thought. And it's cool to feel how you feel, but man, you can't force it on nobody else. What work for you, work for you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're in the household, y'all 80-20, whether she up, you down, vice versa, then that's what it is. If y'all 50-50, cool. If y'all 70-30, you know what I'm saying? Like if
60-40?
60-40, like if it worked for y'all, then it worked. That is what it is. Like 75-25, you know what I'm saying? Like if it worked, it worked. Because like you say, at the end of the day, she may be on top. So for her to pay majority, it may not even hurt her. And you may handle what you handle, or vice versa. If you on top and you able to make it like that, and that's the understanding y'all got, then cool. However, my biggest
Mm-hmm.
thing, and it's funny because I had to talk to my lady. My biggest thing is that I've always thought that in the event that one or the other, husband, wife, man, woman, wife, husband, whatever, whoever is making more, handling, paying more, I've always just felt like it leaves rooms for expectation.
Mm.
And it's not that expectation is bad, but
It can be.
it can be. And to me, that's the thing that I'm like, look, because once again, not to say this is everybody, we talking about a case by case basis though, right? But hypothetically speaking, if you're paying all the bills,
There you
you're with
go.
you're with your partner, does your partner expect the bills to be paid when the first of the month come? Yes or no?
I
Like
mean, yeah.
if you've been exactly like if you've been doing it, they expect the bills to be paid at the first of the month. You already
Bro,
said
they
yeah,
not
right?
even looking at the bill at that
They're
point. I
they're
don't
not
think
even
I
looking at it.
probably wouldn't. Hey, if I had sugar mama, where you at?
You
Nah, I
know
was
what I'm
just
saying?
playing. But
Yeah,
nah, yeah, bro, it's a real
you
expectation for sure. Like, yeah, like I don't even
so
think the person would check the bill at
so
that
with
point.
that being said, there could potentially be other expectations from that person that's paying all the bills. And who's
Okay.
to dictate that the other person is going to agree what their expectation is? You know what I'm saying? Like it could be something crazy, or but we just talking about. I just feel like that can
Hey,
create expectation, and that's just not something that a rabbit hole that I feel like is good to go down
bro,
if it can be because, bruh.
facts. It's definitely people definitely dive too much into it, bro. 1,000%. I mean, it's just, bro. You really hit it on the nail, bro. It's like at the end of the day, whatever works for y'all. But I think what we got to really do is, bro, and one of my problems with society, and I guess it's not really a problem. It's just something I observe, right? I think it's even when you meeting people nowadays, like we make this whole money thing such a factor. When I think both people should be able to take care of themselves, and then when you meet in the middle, you can figure it out. But because certain people probably want, like, if I, let's say right now, right, my name
Right.
Pierre, and I'm not, and I only want 50-50, bro. That's like 50% of women just X me out. You feel me? Like, so I don't like that aspect in society because I feel like people are looking too much into money, but I guess that's also just one of the things about society, bro. You know, we are money driven people for the most part, but you know, it's all about if you can afford it, bro. Hey, I think do what you want to do. But what we got to realize is if the person can't afford it, then that's a problem, bro.